I find it funny. They decided to change the plans because the painters told me they was gonna come back here tomorrow. That didn't happen. They're at the upper gate. What I find funny is they actually closed down the upper gate. So I'm like, so they can do that. Because yesterday they had us working here, so I'm like, why was that gate closed today, but you couldn't close this one today? I mean, close this one yesterday when all that stuff was happening, when we was bringing in all that paint and all of that. Nothing. So I was like, because my post commander was telling me this, so I told her like, so they do know how to do things correctly. They just didn't care about us. She was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, she was like, poor planning. I'm like, yeah, poor planning indeed, because like, who does that to somebody? Who tells somebody to still come to a shift where you know they just recently painted, so you know it's gonna be toxic fumes to be smelling? Like, why didn't they just say, okay, you guys can go home when they seen it happen? Because the person with the HOA came and seen that they were doing the painting in here and didn't say anything like, oh, maybe you should go home type of thing. No, they just let us stay here and bask in that smell when I got a headache yesterday. I'm bringing up in that meeting because we got a meeting next month. Because apparently, like, the HOA wants us to have a meeting because they say we're not doing our job. But I'm like, there hasn't been any break-ins. And there used to be a ton of break-ins, and they used to blame the break-ins on us, but we kept telling them, like, hey, the break-ins aren't coming through the gate. They're coming through the public park access. And when they finally did something about that, lo and behold, the break-ins magically dropped. They didn't stop, but they dropped because they still have access. They can hop the walls over there, so it's like there's nothing we can really do. And that, but they have cameras, but we can't see those cameras. Management can see those cameras, but I still don't think it's smart. Why didn't they allow us to see the cameras? Because if we see something happening, we can call. But if it goes to management, then like whatever. This is what I mean. This HOA has poor management skills, and they're paranoid. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this meeting next month, because they giving us a meeting every year. We had a meeting last year regarding the exact same thing, but I'm like, nothing is going on. Like, why are we having meetings if nothing is going on? You're just gonna make the employees here hate the HOA more than they already do. Yeah. And the HOA don't show up to the meetings. They just have us go to the meetings and then think that's gonna change anything. But the only reason why we're having meetings is because they said they were letting people in. But that wasn't the case. It was because we had about 3 to 4 months of rovers. Rovers didn't care. They were just letting people in. We were trying to tell them that, like, hey, that wasn't us. That was the rovers. But no, we still get a meeting. Okay.